And away we go. Here comes the screen. Five on the shot clock for Phoenix. Trying to cash in. Knocks it down on the step back. That was not easy.
And while the ball was still in his hands, a sidestep throws a defender off. People aren't used to seeing that type of footwork.
Dunn to Zach LaVine. Dunn to Parker. Fine to shoot for the Bulls. Parker. Not today. To Booker. Inside, he scores.
As a team, when you establish your dominance in the paint early, it's critical to your offense because it eventually opens up the perimeter down the stretch.
Chicago possession to Markkanen. The screen sets him up for two.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Booker with it. Leads a bucket. Booker. Has a chance, and he scores on the step back.
Did you see the distance between him and the defenders? You could pretty much put a department store between the two.
Prices coming down. To Markkanen. To Parker. The drive, right to the basket. He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
It's Suns ball. Booker. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Jay, I'm surprised. He had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good, easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
Markkanen to Parker. To Markkanen. Markkanen slams it down.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it.
To Jackson. Here comes the screen. The Suns with 4 to shoot. Josh Jackson to Booker. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And a put-back slam.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can't, because that's my only choice. Bulls with the rock. Dunn to Lopez. Nothing going here on that drive. Lopez to Chris Dunn. He's looking for that touch.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively. This is going to be a dogfight.
Booker to Jackson. Scores from the post.
This has been a good first quarter for him so far. That wasn't an easy shot, but he was able to knock it down and add to their lead.
Now the Bulls will take the timeout as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Dunn. Oh, emphatic slam.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
Curling inside. Can't connect. Not the best shot with the defender right there.
See, I don't like that shot right there. Pass the ball, get the defense moving, maybe set a hard screen, roll to the rim, see the ball go in a couple of times before you settle for a mid-range jumper that's contested.
Runner's good there.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Footer at the buzzer. It's good. At the buzzer. He got it out well before the red light came on. And that extends the lead. The shooting in that first quarter was white hot. It's got to be hard to think these teams can keep up that pace in the second.
Well, the offense is hitting on all cylinders. Great ball movement, great shooting, great passing. But my goodness, has the defense been horrific. Can we do something about that, please, in the second quarter?
Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Bulls with the basketball. Takes stock of the floor. Fires the three. Ooh, he'll take that.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Into the front court. It's Booker. Up by 3. To Booker. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
You know what really fascinates me about Devin Booker? Every time I see him, I almost feel like I'm watching a movie called Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Now, when I see him off the court, he's all smiles, laid back, chill demeanor, very low-key. But when I see him on the court, it's like he finds this different person, this assassin that wants to attack you and dominate you every single time he has the ball. Now, I got a chance to overhear a story of him and his coach at the time, Earl Watson, and he told his head coach, "I'm better than Jordan. Jordan never dropped 70 at the Boston Garden." Now, we all know he's not better than Jordan, but that answer reflects his desire to be like Jordan and to be an NBA legend, and that's why he'll always succeed.
Chicago basketball. To Wendell Carter. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
To Mikal Bridges. Here comes the screen. Down to Chandler. He throws it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Now whistle. We'll get a timeout called by Chicago. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game. New blood coming in for both sides. Dunn to Levine. To Chris Dunn. Has a look. Won't go. He needs some luck on his side given how they're defending. It's Phoenix ball. Josh Jackson. Slam dunk. DeAndre Ayton.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Dunn to Parker. Trying to cash in. Not going down for him this time. To Booker. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Time for some new personnel into the game. Josh Jackson. Five on the shot clock for Phoenix. Has a chance. Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Banks it in for two.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Get down, half court, head top. Hey, you got the screen right.
To Booker. Here comes the screen. Booker to Jackson. Oh, it's blocked by Lopez.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
For three, that's off the side of the rim, short. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Lopez. You talk about forcing things up. Too much pressure that time. Suns control the possession. To Booker. Here comes the screen. Has a look. Shot slams it home on the putback.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs to guard on the next play down the court.
Straight on three. At the buzzer. It's good. And it gets them closer as we reach the end of the first half. That's it for the first half. The Suns have the lead.
Thanks, Ed. The Suns entered halftime with a solid lead. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaky. Have a look at the leading scores for the Phoenix Suns. The Bulls were in need of a bit more scoring if they wanted the halftime lead. They don't have a single player that can claim double figures in scoring. Have a look at the leading scores for the Chicago Bulls.
Game track. Rebounds.
The Phoenix Suns are extending a lot of possessions and wearing out the defense with their emphasis on rebounding.
Player of the half.
The film speaks for itself. He's definitely the player of the half. Now he just got to give an encore to get his team to win.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Bulls have it. Done to Zach LaVine. To Markkanen. Nothing going here on that drive. Markkanen to LaVine. Chicago with 4 to shoot. LaVine. He buries it off the step back.
And that footwork was absolutely off the charts. Just that space, splash.
DeAndre Ayton to Jackson. cash in. Missed that one. The defender was all over him.
This team is collectively feeding off their negative energy so far in the second half. Everybody is mad. Everybody is frustrated. Nobody's decided to take the torch and say, hey, look, follow my leads.
Dunn to Parker. Count the basket at the rim.
And when he gets going, he is automatic from that position on the floor.
And they'll take that any day of the week. Phoenix has the ball. There's a pass stolen by Chicago. Sizing up the defense. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket. Now the Suns coach gonna signal for a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. To Mikal Bridges. Shot clock winding down to Mikal Bridges. From long range, Mikal Bridges forced that one. Well defended. Dunn to Zach LaVine. To Parker. Has a chance and scores on the step back.
And while the ball was still in his hands, a sidestep throws a defender off. People aren't used to seeing that type of footwork.
To Jackson. To Mikal Bridges. To Jackson. And the finish. Jay, that was unguardable.
And Ed, I'm really eager to see how his game progresses here in year two. The 4th overall pick in the year 2017. And he's all rookie defensive team, but his offensive game down the stretch was really on point. Averaged 19 points per game after the All-Star break.
Has a look. Missed it. He always has the green light, but the defense was ready.
Yeah, if I'm the teammate of that guy that just got scored on, I'm telling him on my way back down the floor, look, I appreciate you being there, but I need you to really be there. I need you to be more engaged and give more effort on the defensive end. That's the only way we're going to win this game.
Dunn to LaVine. Zach LaVine doing what he does best. Now whistle and a timeout for Phoenix as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point ball game. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. DeAndre Ayton. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Count it. Old-fashioned 3-point play. Chicago with the possession. Dunn to Wendell Carter. Off the mark. He loves the tough shots, but that one may be too tough.
And the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
Shifting gears, here comes some substitutions. Unable to connect on the free throw. Dunn to Wendell Carter. To Chris Dunn. Shot from the lane won't go. Phoenix with it. Booker. 5 on the shot clock. Going to launch beyond the arc. That's how you defend. Parker shakes free and hits.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing.
That's the end of the third quarter, and this one's all tied up. All even through 3 quarters. Who can pull away as we get started here in the fourth? Suns with the basketball.
Hey, watch the screen left.
Gets it in the right corner. And strokes it.
You see, the great playmakers see the shot before it ever happens. They recognized how they were being guarded on the previous set, and then they make the necessary adjustments.
To Parker. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Carter. Time to shoot for the Bulls. Beyond the arc for 3. Knocks it down. And Jay, so much better to get that shot beyond the arc than inside 22 feet.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
He's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
Can't connect on the first free throw. Misses the second as well.
Hey, locked up.
To Parker. It's no good. Great defense.
You know, Ed, so many players think the only way they can get big money is on the offensive end, but this is a game about roles. If your role is to be a defender, get your money on that end, please.
Tight space with the crossover. Booker. From the painted area, won't go down. Booker. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Devin Booker smothering D.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
And the rebound belongs to Phoenix. To Booker.
I got ball. Got some for him.
Can't connect. Defense did its job that time. It's Suns ball. Booker pulls up for 2.
Tough shot. And when Devin Booker scores, he scores in bunches. It was only a couple of years ago he had that 70-point game in the Boston Garden. This kid can fill it up when he gets hot.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Dunn to Zach LaVine. To Parker. Shot from in close, no good.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Markkanen with the stuff.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Inside, he scores.
Ed, I'm telling you right now, that is the move of an assassin.
Bulls with it. Dunn to Parker. Nothing going here on that drive. Parker scores from the post.
Ed, there's certain players that when you look at them, you say, just something seems slightly off. But it finally seems like Jabari Parker is rounding back into form. Just remember a couple of years ago, he was averaging 20 points per night.
Booker down to Chandler. Able to convert inside.
I tell you, he's so special, Ed. He makes the game look easy.
A lot of hard work to make it look easy. To Parker. To Chris Dunn. To Levine. To Markkanen. Trying to cash in. Shot's no good. You have to like the confidence, but that was a difficult shot. It's Phoenix ball.
Big pick right there.
Here comes the screen. Markkanen to Chris Dunn. Parker to Chris Dunn.
Watch the cutter, man.
Markkanen to Chris Dunn. Zach Levine. And scores. Now a whistle. We'll get a timeout from Phoenix. They'll need their best free throw shooters on the floor as well as a design play for the inbounds. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Whistle blows, intentional foul.
Okay, now look over to the sideline and see what the staff is trying to draw up on the next play. That's good clock management thus far.
Here's the whistle. Intentional foul.
This is a close game, and possessions are at a premium. That's a good move to stop the clock.
And he connects on the first free throw. Two for two on that trip. Now the Bulls will take the timeout. They're going to have to draw something up for an open look at a three. Just inside the arc, at the buzzer, and scores on the step back.